Yo, this your boy EC22, and this is the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Please like, subscribe, share, most of all, the comments, because I want you to join this conversation. Yes, it is me by myself again, at least for right now. Our boy D-Way is down in Florida, probably having technical difficulties, but he may come on, he may not. We'll see, but the show must keep going on. But, man, we got a lot to cover today, man. We're talking about from PGA to NHL to WNBA, NBA, man. And so let's go ahead and get it started, man. For those who are watching, man, please jump in the comment section, man. Leave your comments, ask questions, man. We're here for it all. But go ahead and get it started, man. Let's go ahead and jump into let's congratulate our guy, Aaron Rai, for winning the PGA Championship this past Sunday, man. It was a great outcome, a great match. But here's the thing about Aaron Rai. You know, Aaron Rai struggled throughout this tournament. And I say struggled for lack of better words, right? He wasn't the guy we picked to win this championship. Call it what it is. Like, we all had our favorites, you know, that was going definitely with Rory McIlroy there. We're always looking for our guy, Scottie Scheffler, the hometown guy, Scottie Scheffler, to get into the mix of things and work his way up. And if you saw the leaderboard going into Sunday, he was at the bottom. But let me tell you, the 68-foot birdie, I think that was on hole 15, and he had like back-to-back or three holes he had birdies on coming down towards the end, gave him to the lead, and then at that point it was anybody's business. He was already there. So, you know, it's not a sexy win. It's not what we look for. But the performance he put on, these are the type of performance that we are looking for from our favorite players. Like when we look at Rory McIlroy or Scottie Scheffler, we look at, hey, all you got to do is just birdie on out to get to but he did it. And, you know, and then congratulations to him, man. You know, becoming the first Indian descent golfer to win the PGA championship, man. So, man, we're going to watch his career with much enthusiasm going forward. D-Way is in the background right now. He's trying to get himself set up, so we're going to keep on moving forward until while he's getting set up over there. D-Way, give me the thumbs up when you're ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the NHL real quick. Listen. Where I'm at. So here we are, the NHL, Las Vegas Golden Knights versus the Colorado Avalanche. This is where we are. Man, let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you guys that are watching. And here we got the Montreal Canadiens versus the Carolina Hurricanes. These are our Eastern and Western Conference matchups, playoffs. And let me tell you something. I don't know nothing about hockey. I got to be 100% authentic, which I don't know nothing about hockey. However, you know, for those of you who know a lot about hockey, please jump into the comment section and let me know what y'all think about these two games, because I can tell you what the people are saying. What up, Jonathan G? What up, Lou? Lou said the Mavs has announced they have mutually parted ways with head coach. Whoa, breaking news. Wow. Hey, we're going to get to that to the end of the show, man. Thank Lou for that. I did not know that. Wow. That is crazy. Hey, if you love hockey, brother, let us know what you think and who you think will be this year's Stanley Cup winner out there, man. Let me know. Oh, and you play it too, man. Boot VR, man. Please, thank you for watching, man. Let us know, because I don't know. But I can tell you what everybody's thinking. D-Way is finally in right now. We're going to add him to the show real quick. D-Way, what's up, my brother? Can you hear me, D-Way?
I can hear you, but you look like you're froze on my end. So can you hear me?
I can hear you. We're not froze on this end. We are good. What up, Bob?
There you are.
Brother?
Yeah.
He said, holy crap, Lou. So we just got some breaking news, man. Jason Kidd has been Moochie parted ways from the Dallas Mavericks.
Did I just hear you say that the Mavs had parted ways with Jason Kidd?
Yeah, I did. And Lewis spoiled the podcast. He threw it up. But no, I didn't even know. So obviously, me coming on at 6 o'clock, there's still some news to be had. So that must be news at 6 while I'm getting ready for the show.
Wow.
That's crazy. But real quick, you know, what's going on with the NHL right now? I can tell you right now. Vegas is a favorite team for everybody. The Las Vegas Golden Knights. They're a favorite team for everybody. But at the end of the day, we know that Colorado had a better record, and more than likely they were going to come out of that division. And right now, everybody's screaming, go Canes, go Canes, go Canes. So I think Carolina, we're going to see Carolina and the Golden Knights, the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Colorado Avalanche in that Stanley Cup Finals, and it isn't anybody's business at this point. We'll reconvene when it comes down to the final two teams, and then we'll talk about it right there. We're going to get to that, G, in a minute, but stay tuned for that, because that is also breaking news. Hey, Softball. How many of you out there in Facebook, YouTube, Twitch land watch women's softball? By a show of hands. Man, let me tell you right now, Law, it's coming down to it, man. I mean, first of all, y'all know how I feel about. Let's go ahead and look at these basically their Sweet 16, the Super Regional games out there. You got Alabama versus LSU, Texas versus Arizona State, OU versus Mississippi State, Nebraska versus Oklahoma State, Arkansas versus Duke, Florida Gators versus Texas Tech, Tennessee versus Georgia, UCLA versus University of Central Florida. That's what we got going into a three game series starting up this weekend. D-Way, I have been a longtime favorite of Oklahoma. Oklahoma ain't the top dog no more when it comes down to college softball. I'm sorry to tell you.
Can you put that?
He said, Jerron said, let's go Lady Ball. That's huh? Jerron is our resident Tennessee Vols fan, so obviously he's going for Tennessee. Huh? Oh, put the thing back up there. Obviously, we'll do that.
If
there you go.
Can.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, I'm a big Texas Tech person, women's softball. So, that's my. Here we go. Are you there, EC?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Okay, so breaking news just came out. Jason Kidd is out as coach of the Dallas Mavericks. New Mavericks president, I see whoever his name is making a coaching change.
Yeah,
well, we'll probably have to talk about that here in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Lou already hit us to that. But when you talk about Texas Tech, when you look at Najee Candy, their pitcher, man, we saw her, what she can do. One of the best pitchers in women's softball, so we know what she can bring out there. But you also got to look at Oklahoma. They have two strong pitchers that are in the top 10 that can really get it. And then obviously you got to go down to Texas, man, with the girl from Texas, Tegan Caven. Has been there doing her thing. So it's going to be anybody's business, man. But I can tell you right now, I'm with Jerron when he's talking about the Lady Vols. Like, that's a scary team. They was right there in the thick of things last year. But it is what it is. You know, you got last year you had Texas versus Texas Tech. So those two teams expect to be there. I don't think Oklahoma are going to get past the Super Region. Well, they should get past Super Region. I don't think they're going to get past the round of 8. They're going to beat their team. They're going to beat the team they're going to play right now because who they got to play? Mississippi State. So, yeah, they'll get past Mississippi State. But after that, I think that's where it's going to get hard for Oklahoma to really, really. I'm a Sooner fan. I hope they go further. But it is what it is, you know, because they got some really tough teams. And look at all these EC teams. Alabama, LSU, Texas, OU, Mississippi State. I mean, Florida. Tennessee. I'm gonna give you a sleeper. Come on.
I'll give you somebody to sleep on. I'm gonna give you the Cinderella story, baby.
Come on.
Those Pokes up in Stillwater, Oklahoma, the Oklahoma State lady softball playing. Yeah, I'm telling you, watch those Cowboys.
I thought you were going to say Georgia. Honestly, I thought you were going to go with Georgia.
No, the Oklahoma State lady Cowboys are going to, I promise you, watch, we'll see what they do. Man,
that is crazy, man. Hey, moving on to MVP. This weekend, y'all, we had a crazy fight, and I'm disappointed in all of it. We had this Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano fight. On that fight card, we had Mike Perry versus Nate Diaz. We had Francis Ngannou versus Lins, and then these other guys cross. I don't even know these guys' name. Paranisi, and then DeSantis versus Despain. Y'all, if you didn't see the fight, then you probably was asleep, obviously. It was on Netflix. Every single fight on the main card ended in the first round, with the exception of the Nate Diaz and Mike Perry fight, which ended the first round, but Nate Diaz never came out of the corner for the second round because he was the dude, like, he lost a lot of blood in the ring. It was just bad.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
Nate Diaz, I mean, first of all, let me just give kudos and credit where credit is due to Jake Paul for creating a financial income stream for some of these boxers and of the MMA fighters who has been long past their prime. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but this is a new wave now. Entertainment versus actual combat or competition. You know, we start looking at the main card, the headliner, Rousey versus Carano. Rousey thing been plus 10 years. Carano 17 years, haven't fought. 17 seconds in, Rousey do what she does, runs in, knocks her down, get an armbar, game over, 17 seconds. I mean, we got commercials longer than that. That was pitiful.
I mean, seriously, you know come on already.
This is pitiful. And just all the fights that ended in the first round. I mean, like, but the bag was there, D-Way. Nobody on this fight card got paid less than $40,000, which is completely different from the UFC. So I got some comments coming in real quick.
Yeah, you can imagine. You can
what
imagine
up, Gerald
what
Coates?
the ticket prices were for those. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Look at JP in the house. Who knew?
It took me longer to write this.
Yeah, took me longer to write this than it took to collect your $2 million. I thought JP
Absolutely.
was up in I thought JP escaped. He's back up in Stillwater, hiding out or something. I didn't know. So.
Yeah, it's that. Then JP hit it, man. You talking about the $2 million payout for Ronda Rousey, man? She got $2 million. And when it came to these women, it looked like what they typically do in boxing. They have a 50-50, right? 50, whatever your price is, right? It's a 50-50. So obviously they was getting paid 1.2 to show up. And then if you win, you double that. Because Gina Carano got $1 million, and obviously Ronda Rousey got $2 million. So they were both, whoever the winner was going to get the bigger purse on that. But it's different when it came down to Francis and Lynn. Francis got paid $1 million for this fight, and Lynn only got paid $100,000. And obviously, by looking at the competition, like that guy should never been in the ring with Francis and Jago. It should have been there. And then Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. You talking about you got a seasoned MMA fighter versus a backyard brawler. It didn't make any sense. Nate Diaz has seen his better days, and you got a bare-knuckle backyard brawler in the ring with this old guy beating the crap out of him. It just didn't make any sense. But the fans wanted to see it. Nate Diaz had the whole stadium in California screaming his name, and I'm sitting there like, I don't know what y'all watching. Nate Diaz don't like he's in the game. Nate Diaz look like he been smoking something before the game. Nate Diaz look like he needed to go to the emergency room. That's how bad it looked. But overall, this is what Jake Paul do, and this is how he established his career. You know, he promote the crap out of it. He get people intrigued by fights that we know is not going to go any direction that it needs to go, right? With that being said, D-Way, we have a conversation that's worth talking about.
Okay.
UFC versus MVP. During this fight, Jake Paul calls out Dana White by saying that, hey, well, let's go back further. Right when Francis and Jago was fighting, Dana White mentioned and went to Facebook and social media to announce that Conor McGregor is going to be fighting. And the media storm went crazy because they felt like what better timing to announce why MVP fighting's on and why Francis and Jago, who used to be in the UFC, who was a top fighter in the UFC, now you want to try to take the steam and the thunder on social media away from MVP to throw out that Conor McGregor is coming back to the ring. Obviously, Jake Paul didn't take a liking to that. He had a lot of explicit words to say to Dana White that I'm not going to repeat. But at the end of the day, Jake Paul believes that UFC need to watch out. The UFC have seen their better days. That MVP is the new thing in charge. Like, what do you think about what Jake Paul got going on versus Dana White in UFC?
Okay, so it's like black and white. Dana is the king of UFC. Okay, Jake Paul is if I can use this term, a fair weather fan. Okay.
Wow.
He is a media marketing networking guru that is trying to make a fast buck. Hey, fans want to see that stuff. Fans want to see. I will pay big money ticket to see Ronda Rousey fight. I will. I'm just trying to keep it real for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
So people want to see these big name fighters fight. And so I do like Jake, that fact that he's kind of a marketing genius and guru, a social media genius, but he is no Dana White. What you think, man?
No, absolutely not. I mean, obviously, now I've never truly been a fan of Dana White for a lot of different reasons, but I respect his hustle primarily because the way he pay the players and the way the players get paid. Obviously, he had a ton of players to pay, so obviously that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not going to try to dip into his wallet and suggest anything other than that. But at the end of the day, like you said, like Jake Paul has to understand, like there is a fast way to do things, then there's a right way to do things. And at the end of the day, you know, you can only get so much and go so far on celebrity fights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now there is a place for both of them to exist. You don't have to have the fans to choose.
Mm-hmm.
When players retire from boxing or from MMA and want to go take the celebrity route with Jake Paul, that's just like Ice Cube and the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? You like, this is a space for everybody. But at the end of the day, you know, Ronda Rousey's not going to go get on UFC and beat anybody. Let's call it what it is.
No.
Now, Francis is a different struggle. He's a different beast because he's still in his prime. There was just nobody to fight. John Jones was at this match. We've been trying to get this fight over and get this fight together for so long, but John Jones is still under contract UFC. But John Jones was acting like he wanted some of Francis, and John Jones, let me tell you, from EC22 to FairWeather Fan, you ain't ready for Big Francis. He will hurt you, sir. He said Dana White will squash in a fist fight. Yeah.
Jonathan, you're right, bro. You're right.
He said Jake Paul. Absolutely, Jake Paul is the Dana White wannabe. Absolutely, and you know, and that's the thing about it. You know, that's one thing with these young people, Coach, is that where is the respect for those who come before you? Mm-hmm. Like Jake, we get you're trying to set your own lane. There's no rules to the game, but at some point, you got to respect those that came before you and glean wisdom from them. You know what I'm saying? But he chooses to go his route. He think that being a troll on social media is what's going to give him. But here's the thing: the crazy part about it, D-Way, is working for him.
It is, yeah.
Like I say,
people are crazy and they buy into social media. So you know,
and it's crazy because, like I say, Dana White has never had like this was the first MMA fight that was ever placed on Netflix. And like I say, no player got paid less than $40,000. Mm-hmm. You know, from the prelims all the way up to the main card. So he's giving out the bag. So I can't get mad at him. John Jones also beat. Did he actually beat him? I don't remember. I don't know if did they ever fight? He said, "I'll pay to fight. I'll pay to see the fight." Dana White versus absolutely.
Come on, JP. He must.
John Jones. Y'all, I didn't know they actually fought. I don't think they actually fought. They're still trying to get this fight together. So I don't think they actually fought, Jonathan G. Unless you say you think John Jones would be a Ninjago, but that's the fight they're still trying to get together.
JP, get that cute bartender to give you another vodka tonic, man. Come on.
He said, no, I mean, you think John, oh, wow, Jonathan G, we need to talk. Well, sir, you're going to come to the front of the class if you think John Jones can beat that big old mountain of muscle over there with Francis Ninjago. Wow, brother, we need to talk. But I ain't mad. You got your perspective. I'm completely with it.
John Jones, man. John Jones is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, but man, every GOAT has their day. Every GOAT has a retirement party. You know what I'm saying?
Every GOAT every GOAT gets left back out to the pasture. I know, brother. Pasture.
That milk run dry.
No more
so I'm just saying, you know, if you would have saw John Jones over at the broadcasting booth the other day, you would have thought the same thing. I'm like, bro, you don't look healthy. Let alone trying to fight somebody. John Jones just don't look healthy. We know his issues with doping and stuff like that, man, and just his life. He needs to get his life together at the end of the day, you know. So I would love to see this fight, but John Jones, you got bigger things to worry about. Hey y'all,
let me give a shout out to Jake Paul just real quick, can I?
Come on,
Jake the Snake. I know you tuning in and listening to the FairWeather Fan tonight, so you hear me loud and clear. If you want to make some big money, and if you want to have a high-ticket item, you go call my boy Chuck Liddell, and you go call my boy Brock Lesnar, and let's get them back in the ring one more time, okay? You want to sell some tickets? You want to make some money? Get Chuck and Brock back in there one last time. Come on, EC. I said it. I did. I went there.
Hey, Jake Paul, that's a fight we all want to see. That's a fight we all want to see. Man, man.
I thought you'd like that.
I mean, I'm sorry, but Brock, man, I thought you were going to say Chuck and Tito Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? But
even better. Because I'm afraid Brock would have a heart attack, man. Tito and Chuck would be good, yeah.
Brock Lesnar gonna start biting that dude. I'm gonna tell you right now. That dude is out of control. He gonna start biting him. That's just what that is. He gonna go Mike Tyson straight up. No disrespect to the Iron Mike Tyson. I'm just saying.
I knew you were going there.
Hey, speaking of fighting, guys who don't even know how to fight or somehow in a fight. Stephen A. Smith versus Jaylen Brown. Y'all, what is going on with this nonsense? For y'all who don't know, Jaylen Brown went on his podcast or social media feed, whatever, and just went complete nuclear on Stephen A. Smith. I mean, F Stephen A. was dropped. I mean, all this other stuff, explicit is. And I'm sitting back like, I always looked at Jaylen Brown as a guy who carried himself with class, and not to saying that people with class don't have a breaking point, but man, I did not expect that. And then Stephen A. did his clapback, but he did his clapback in a popular Stephen A. Smith fashion. We're bringing receipts. He simply asked the question, did I not call you one of the greatest players? Did I not commend you on your run? Did I not say that you deserve to be on the Olympic team? Did I not say that you should have been the named MVP? Like all these different things. And I remember watching the show because I watched First Take. You know what I'm saying? Contrary to popular belief, I do watch it. And I've watched Stephen A. give Jaylen Brown's flowers after flowers after flowers after flowers. But the one time he decided to let Jaylen Brown know what he think about his performance, all of a sudden now I'm like, bruh, like, but that's my opinion. D-Wade, what you think on this Jaylen Brown and Stephen A. Smith nonsense?
First of all, let me say this first of all, okay? Jaylen Brown is not the first person recently that has called out Stephen A., okay? I've watched a couple podcasts. I'm not going to name any names.
Yeah.
They were freaking blowing some serious blunts, and they were doing everything except calling Stephen A. Smith, a man. And so I ain't going to go into that right now. But for some reason, these professional athletes and former professional athletes got the ass at Stephen Smith. So you tell me.
Yeah.
You tell me. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but you know more than I do about that. So,
Hey, I've been saying, and the challenge I have to Stephen A. First of all, Stephen A. Smith is the GOAT in media, and whether we like him or dislike him, when he sits in that seat behind that desk, whether it be on his own podcast, whether it be on ESPN First Take, he understands how media works. He understands how hot takes work. He understands how these algorithms work, and he knows how to with body language, with tone of voice, say a statement, but insinuate something else, which is clever. But then when you clap back at him, he's going to eat you up with semantics like, but what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I didn't say anything wrong. And he brings his receipt, and he's so good at that. But when these people clap back at him, what they don't realize, you're not going to beat him in that space because you don't have enough time in the day because he can come on. He got 2 hours on First Take to chew you alive with no rebuttal. Then he can go to his own show, which got millions of followers, and chew you alive. You know what I'm saying? Would you get a chance to rebuttal? So you're not going to win that fight, right? Yeah, he's been having beefs with Matt Barnes and a couple other people, man.
There you go. Matt,
but here's the thing, D-Wade. Everybody that he's had beef with always loses.
Well,
when he goes sit down and talk to people one-on-one, those who dare, they always end up apologizing or understanding the narrative of what he's trying to go out there, right? Because you can't knock facts, and he brings facts. And whether you like him or hate him, whatever, he's pretty smart in what he do. Now, my suggestion to Stephen A., like I started this little rant on, brother, you got to understand what's going on here. At some point, you pissing people off. Yeah. By your little antics what it's going to do. And all I'm asking you to do is, I'm not trying to get you to be a different person, but I want you to at least acknowledge that. Quit throwing stones and hiding your hands, sir. You know what I'm saying? There is a way you can say stuff that get people to understand where you're coming from, but then there's a way you can say stuff that can insinuate something completely different. I'm going to give you guys an example. Hey, D-Wade, won't you look at me?
Preach.
Check this out, D. Won't you look at me? Check this out. Hey, man. Hey, you got one more time, brother. You got one more time, D-Wade. Y'all see what I just did there? That D-Wade can go to the bosses at FairWeather Fan Media and say EC22 threatened me because my eyes got big. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the bosses at the FairWeather Fan Podcast. Say all I did was say you got one more time. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Body language, facial expression, and Stephen A. does that well. You know what I'm
But
saying?
so is this Stephen A. Smith thing? Is this a Jerry Jones? What's his top five all time? Yeah, Martez, you 100% correct. That's facts right there, brother. Stephen
I'm
A.
just
Smith,
breaking down what the idiot looked like. I don't. But hey, I'm just breaking it down.
Stephen A. Smith might be the smartest cat in the room, okay? Because he's like Jerry Jones. Bad publicity is publicity. Okay, you talking trash about me, but you talking about me. Okay, that's what Jerry Jones thinks. So, Steven, hey, bro, you better put your little what do you call a bulletproof vest on, bro, when you leave your space tonight.
Oh
people,
yeah, facts.
People looking at you. Oh God,
absolutely. Yeah, Z-Man. Hey, let's go back real quick. Jonathan Jones. I'm gonna go back to a comment that G made earlier because we want to get to this real quick before I get off. And this was a crazy situation. Clarissa Shields banned from MV boxing event altercation with Alisa. Yeah, she slapped her. They got into a little face off, whatever, and then Clarissa Shields slapped her. Like Clarissa, you call yourself the GOAT, sis.
Yep.
I wasn't gonna do this to you. I really wasn't going to do this.
I was
preserving this for another person, but you know what? I got a spot for two. Clarissa Shields, I need you to come to the front of the class right now. Sis, take a seat. Hush your mouth. I need you to listen. If you want people to respect you as being a woman in professional boxing, if he ever wants to get out of the shadow of Layla Ali and create a lane for yourself, you got to understand you can't keep doing this. You can't keep making these enemies, burning bridges. You can't do this. If anybody was going to pay, now I know you got your own little promotional deal. I know you got your own little bag going on, but at the end of the day, MVP, which has been the face now of women's boxing, who's made themselves, they're going to be the prime promoters of women's boxing. You got to understand. You can't burn that bridge with MVP because they're a highly promoted women's boxing and a sport in which you in. You can't keep doing this, Clarissa. Nobody's going to take you serious. All right? Everybody's from now on is going to be watching and waiting for you to get whooped. Sis, you got to understand. You got to understand. Now, I know they hurt your feelings, and I know you're going to go on your little rant and go on your podcast and talk about EC22, but before you do that, I need you to get up and go to the back.
Yeah, and before you do even
wait a minute.
Before you get back to your seat in the back row, Clarissa, you're not going to be an MVP. You're going to be an MVB, most valuable bully, if you keep this up, okay?
Hey, Martez got a suggestion for you, Clarissa Shields. He said you can box Stephen A. Smith.
No. Or Jake Paul. Or Jake Paul, yeah.
Yeah, go fight Jake Paul. He said Stephen is a false tough guy. He just did a little boxing. I saw that. He was training, but boy, he was definitely struggling at it. You know, did y'all see when he actually tried to go stepping on courtside along Max Kellerman during a boxing event? Oh, that was embarrassing. Dude didn't know what he was talking about. He said she thinks she's bigger than the program. Absolutely. That's the problem with Clarissa Shields. Great statement, G.
Yeah, that's why she's MVB, most valuable bully. And to Z-Man, to your comment, bro, you're a little bit late to the party. We've talked about that already. You think you've all of a sudden discovered gold and heard about Coach Jason Kidd being let go with the Mavericks. You need to come on and get on there a little earlier, bro. So come on.
So while we're there, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. He said Clarissa, Jaylen Brown all need to be. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to call Jaylen to the front of the class because, I get it. He did nothing but defend himself. And of course, a lot of us, I like Stephen A. Smith because I get a lot of pointers from him as I stand in this place in media. I mean, who are better to learn from, right? When he's not on his nonsense, I learn a lot as far as him from the background. He holds a master class in media, so I definitely give him credit on that. But yeah, Jaylen Brown did defend himself. But man, Jason Kidd, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. It's been breaking news, man. I mean, God, Jason Kidd, that is crazy. Agree or disagree with this decision, Coach?
So he's really been put in a bad situation. He got there and then Goober ran off Luka and brought in AD, which was so.
Did you call him Goober?
Yeah, the ex-GM, and so that already put Jason behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
And then now to keep in mind, did they make the finals the year before, or yeah, I think they made the finals the year before, and then the next year they let Luka go, and so Jason's been, and then you got Kyrie who hasn't been healthy in 2 years, and so the coach is making the decision. I mean, the GM's making the decision about the coach when he hasn't even been given a fair shake at this deal. So
Yeah.
I'm out. I think I think it was wrong. I'm a big Jason Kidd fan as a player. I'm a big Jason Kidd fan as a coach. Your thoughts, EC?
My thoughts and my concerns is what Lewis posted. The Mavs has announced they have mutually parted ways with Jason Kidd. There is a mutual agreement there. So I don't know if this was the conversation that says, hey, you know what? We'd rather fire you. We're going to fire you so you can agree to resign. I don't know. Or this situation where Jason Kidd, because we know he wanted to be GM, and maybe that was it for him, GM or I'm out. I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know, it's hard to see all the success he's had as a Mavs coach. But I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes I'm right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm right. And what I mean by that, what I always tell y'all, point guard coaches are terrible. They don't last long in the NBA. Point guard coaches do not have longevity. Steve Kerr was a shooting guard. He was not the facilitator. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Doc Rivers, shooting guard. Let's call it what it is. Point guard, but he wasn't a superstar. But superstar point guards do not last in this league, and I'm sticking to that narrative. You know what I'm saying?
JJ Redick, I mean, he wasn't a point guard, but yeah. So while we're on that, has 4 years over 40 minutes left. So while we're on that subject, Jonathan G., who does everybody think would be a good replacement to become the next head coach of the Dallas Mavericks? Your thoughts and comments are welcome.
Yeah, y'all let me know because I'm drawing a blank here. I mean, there are some former players I think that can get a shot. So many of them. I would have said Chauncey Billups if he ain't got himself in trouble, but we scratched that situation. So he's fighting a whole nother battle.
Bro.
Point guard.
Point guard. What are you doing?
Hey, I didn't say it wasn't good. I said they don't last long. So we basically, because when you're looking at, like, Jason Kidd was good for Luka and he was good for Cooper Flag, getting them to the status that they need to be, right? And so somebody's got to finish their job because this was Cooper's first year, right? Somebody's got to finish their job. So I don't know. And we definitely don't want to go old school, right? So I don't even know who's in the pot. We're gonna dive into that next week and find out all the candidates and dive in there. But oh Lord, no. He said Mark Jackson.
Point guard.
I mean, you know what? I ain't mad at that because I know what Mark Jackson, he's a believer, and I know what kind of morals he stand on. But once again, his ways are outdated, though, in my opinion. Give him an opportunity. I'm all for it. If we can all agree, if we can agree to give him an opportunity, I'm cool with it. But I'm just telling you, I think his coaching ways are outdated. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Moving along to the WNBA, man. Listen, y'all, please hang in with us. Let's talk about some. I think 5-6 teams we want to talk about real quick. Give it just a little rundown. The Las Vegas Aces, A'ja Wilson, Las Vegas Aces, and A'ja Wilson. Let me tell y'all something, Coach. That first game against Phoenix was not a representation of what the Aces were and are. Right?
Yeah.
It's ring night. And did you see their rings? Beautiful. I mean, they did a great job of designing those rings, man. And so the emotions were high, and they didn't come ready to play, and they got themselves mollywop. But since then, they've been on a tear. They've been on a tear, whooping everybody.
Yeah.
And I mean, on a tear, whooping everybody. And A'ja Wilson, man, her 45 points against Connecticut, man, over 80% from the field goal. I mean, she is showing us, man, right now that like, y'all know me. I am a fan of our girl from Houston. I can't think of her name right now. I see her face, but the Cynthia Cooper. Fan of Cynthia Cooper. She's always been my GOAT. But man, look. Cynthia Cooper's number 2 compared to A'ja Wilson. I'm sorry, my list have changed.
EC, listen to this. Question for everybody: might we be seeing the best version of Asia Wilson presently.
Absolutely.
This might be her best year as a professional player ever.
And I'm gonna tell you why, D-Way.
Okay, I'm listening.
The league has always been saturated with talent. For those who think that Caitlin Clark changed the league as far as talent wise, let's not do that. Right? The league has always been saturated with talent.
Facts.
But when you add in the Caitlin Clarks, when you add in the Paige Beckers, when you add in the AZ Fuzz, when you add in the Kiki Irifans, Sonia Citrons, must I go on? You know what I'm saying? All these young players, you know what I'm saying? The Flo J. Johnson, and she's still doing her thing. She's still unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's when a player can stand the test of time and continue to get better and better and better. Yeah. She's unstoppable. Now she's adding 3-point shooting to her resume.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I said. We might be seeing the best Asia Wilson player, professional of her entire career right now as we speak, okay?
And I'm going to tell you something.
And I'm okay with that.
Bam Adebayo, please don't get jealous, sir. Your girlfriend is better than you, sir.
Man,
I'm just
Bam,
learn how to deal with it.
Man, your homegirl got it going on, okay? I'm just going to stop right there.
Just call it what it is, man. Chicago Sky, obviously, you know, out goes Angel Reese, in comes Rickea Jackson as a star, and man, they has really been showing that they belong. I didn't expect this team to do anything. I had them ranked in the lower 5. But now Rickea Jackson is out for the rest of the season with an ACL injury, man. I don't know. Skylar Diggins, they're going to have to find some scoring from someone. Now, Skylar Diggins is still there, and they still got a couple other key players over there. Camille Cardozo has actually been averaging a double-double this season, these last 3 games. So she has really stepped up to the plate, which she should have been doing this whole time, but she stepped up to the plate. But, man, I mean, good Lord, this is hard. This is hard to watch Rickea Jackson go out. I mean, the young lady just came through the fight of her life, and I mean the fight of her life with her ex-boyfriend and all the litigation and trying to get protection from the authorities, get him to stop acting a fool. Then here she is trying to get her life back, and then boom, she's out for the rest of the season. It's like, man, Rickea Jackson, get well soon. Chicago Sky, it's on y'all to figure it out. Figure it out. I don't know what you're going to do. Figure it out. D-Way, you got anything for these?
Well, yeah, we might have. You said Rickea Jackson get well soon. I'm going to go take it one step further. Chicago Sky get well soon, okay? So
figure it out.
Yeah.
Washington Mystics, Sonia Citrons, Kiki Irifan. Listen, this young squad, I think what's her name? I just drew a blank. But anyway, this is the youngest team on the whole league. They had a bunch of draft picks. And this team with Sonia Citrons and Kiki Irifan, this is going into their 3rd year, they have been balling out of control. Sonia Citrons has been on a tear. Shakira Austin is the young lady I'm talking about. Shakira Austin, man, I think she's 25.
Okay.
For 25, and she's the oldest player. So that said a lot for the squad, man. I really like the squad. I didn't know how to think about them, but man, they have really been enlightened, except for last night. I mean, last night Dallas Wing beat the crap out of them. I mean, beat them down religiously, but that goes to the defense of Dallas Wings. And coach dug into them, and we're going to talk about the Dallas Wings in a little bit. But man, the one thing I loved about last night beatdown, I loved it for Dallas, but I loved it for Washington as well as D-Way, because they showed where they need to get better. When you got a young team clicking on all cylinders, and I'm going to tell you where they need to get better. Georgia Morrow and Rory Harmon, 2-5-6 guard. If J-Dub was on this show, you know what he'd be saying. He'd be pitching a fit. He don't like small guards. And these 2-5-6 guards now, Georgia Morrow has been doing her thing as much as she can, being 5'6", but Rory Harmon is a defensive juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? You can't get past her. But when I tell you offensive line, they are a liability. They're too short. They can't score nobody. And so they're going to have to figure this out. I mean, they got a 3-headed monster. You talking about they got Kiki Irifan, like I said, Shakira Austin, and they got Lauren Betts. So, I mean, they got some girls that have some dog in the post, but man, they got to get the ball to them. So, I mean, you know, Lauren is really doing. How do you evaluate Lauren right now?
So right where we thought she'd be early on, continuing to get comfortable with this speed of the game, but she's all roads lead to her having a really good year. But let me back up a minute, okay? For those of y'all who don't know who Sonia Citron is, the pride of the Irish of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Sonia, I'm gonna tell you something, has quietly moved herself up. She's elevated herself up to be one of the top 10 players in the WNBA, in my humble opinion, okay?
Right now, absolutely.
Yeah,
right now, absolutely.
Presently, that's right now. She can ball, dude. She goes out there every night and quietly does her thing, okay? And she makes no bones about it. She is a player. So I'm proud of her. I've become a big fan of hers, and I'm looking forward to seeing where Sonia goes for the rest of the year.
Absolutely, man. And giving Lauren Best her flowers, the way she plays, if they can find somebody to consistently feed her, oh man, she gonna be the next Brittany Griner in this league. I mean, the girl is she's cold. And she can stretch out. So
and they're doing a good job. The coach, I don't know who the coach's name, but he's doing a good job of not giving her, not overplaying her or not over pushing her. Just they're quietly working, continuing to work her in and feed her in. I'm telling you, she's going to be a player. I mean, she already is a player, but she's going to be a big time player in this league.
Yeah, and her and her USL teammate Douglas, they got minutes restrictions. And that's so smart when you have all these young players, these superstar players that are making.
Yes,
this is how you appease the players who's been there, and also try and give you a chance to develop the newer players, right? Let them fight for their spot. Give those minute restrictions right there. But at any given time, but you have to be, and they've been very strategic in putting them in at the right time. When Laura Betts got in that game last night against Dallas Wings and she went down and started cooking, I'm sitting back like, she got a minute restriction. She ain't gonna be here long. Because if she would have stayed in any longer than that, boy, it could have been a different outcome of that game. So thank you, Mystics, for the minute restriction for Laura Betts, because we couldn't stop her. I mean, Elena Smith got to figure out we're gonna talk about her in a minute. But let's go to Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream starting five. You talking about Jordan Canada. I'm drawing about Jordan Campbell, Angel Reese, Ryan Howard, Hanaz Hillman, in which was supposed to be our girl Brianna Jones, but she's out with no timeline, right? Okay. So they got to make some adjustments over there in their starting five every night. We know the starting four, then they're switching back and forth. Who's going to fill that fifth spot? But man, I'm liking what I saw out of Dream. He said, last thing Mavericks think they can enter. No.
I knew somebody was going to throw that name in there. I knew
we don't want no Van Gundy.
I knew they were going to throw that name in. That's
but crazy. Man, the Atlanta Dream, man, the biggest problem I think with Atlanta Dream is that like what Washington is doing and what the Mavericks are doing well and what the Aces are doing well, the teams we talked about, is that I don't think they're doing a great job with getting those other players off the bench involved, right? Alicia Gray is just so good. Ryan Howard is so good, right? Jordan Canada is probably one of the most fastest players you ever see. I mean, the girl is just fast, Angel Reese, she's not there for scoring, but her defensive prowess, man, is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? She does what she does. This year, she's already averaging double-double already, right? And so, but the development of those other players is what's going to be key. We saw them come out in the game and get some other players involved, stuff like that, which got them a chance to come back. Tahina Paopao started this last game in the place of Ryan Howard. She's a product of That Girl U. If y'all don't know what That Girl U is, we call that the University of South Carolina, That Girl U. Asia Wilson, Leah Boston, Tahina Paopao, Camille Cardozo. Do I need to go on?
Come on.
What's that girl from over Avery Johnson? Not Avery Johnson, but whatever girl Johnson from over in Indiana. So all these other girls over there, from That Girl U, South Carolina. That's where Tahina Paopao come from. And man, she surprised me. I saw the likes of her last year, but her coming out, man, she's really surprised me with the Dream. So they're doing a good job. The chemistry is their chemistry is kind of like the chemistry of the Aces. They love each other, and I think it's going to take them far. And Angel Reese, go ahead, D-Way.
No, so you just about beat me to it just then.
Go ahead.
You almost jumped ahead of me there. I
Go
got
ahead.
some sources from my camp
Uh-huh.
that are saying that there's some rumblings
Uh-huh.
in the great state of Georgia right now
Okay.
in that Atlanta Dream team regarding Angel Reese and the chemistry of that deal.
Uh-huh.
I'm hearing that her playing time, her minutes are going to be reduced if she doesn't pick up the pace a little bit and be more productive on the offensive side of the game. So I don't know if you've heard that or not, but I'm hearing some things that there's some issues with Angel and her lack of production.
So I'm glad you brought that up, because because it was easy for you to bring it up versus me to bring it up, because I want to clear it up, the misconception, right?
Perfect. Please.
People draw their own conclusion based on what's been put out there. I got to remind people, Angel Reese was not brought to the Atlanta Dreams to be a scorer. Remind you have Alicia Gray, you have Jordan Canada, you have Brianna Jones, one of the best bigs in the business. You have Ryan Howard. She was not brought over there to be a scorer. She is the Draymond Green of the WNBA. The intangible things that she does, her playmaking. If you watched the game last night, right, she had some turnovers because she was trying to do too much, right? And that's not a knock against her. But when she did make some key plays, she made some very key plays. She's very smart and brilliant, right? Mm-hmm. If you watched the game last night, they sat her on the bench. Right. And they're sitting her on the bench and bringing in Medina Agat. You know what I'm saying? The other girl from That Girl You. You know what I'm saying? Probably South Carolina. Medina Agat is 6'8". 6'6". She's 6'6". 200 and what? I'm not talking about like 180 pounds. Angel Reese is she's 190. No, she's 180. Angel Reese is 160. Taller, bigger, stronger. Mind you, Angel Reese was getting doubled and triple team. Mm-hmm. But then Agat was only within single coverage.
Okay.
But during that game, they sat her down, and they sat her down for the right reason, because on this stretch, they needed a comeback. And when they needed this comeback, they needed scoring on the floor. And Angel Reese was in a bad slump. If you watch the beginning of the game, they went with her early, try to feed her in the post, and she was missing a lot of shots, but she got to the free throw line early and knocked down some free throw. That's how she was only made one field goal, but she ended up with 9 points, right? So she was really doing her things, right? They're sitting her down was a situation, not to say that she need to have more points, have more scoring in the paint. It was only for this game without Ryan Howard, right? Okay. And so now going forward, when you have Ryan Howard out, because of the size of both players, right, being that forward position, they're going to have to do something different when it comes down to needing scoring on the floor. And she understands that. But what people fail to realize, when it came down to the last seconds of the game, when they was up by one, who they put in the game to guard Angel Wilson?
Okay. All right. Okay.
And when they had Angel Reese on Angel Wilson, who took the last shot? Chelsea Gray.
Yeah.
And I get the narrative people trying to spin about Angel Wilson, but I mean by Angel Reese, but understand, like, we got to keep remembering this, right? She was not brought over there to score. She was brought over there. If she can get a double-double, like what she's so keen at doing, that's fine. But she's brought over there to do the intangibles, right? And that's what we got to remember. So, yes, there's going to be some times they're going to have to reduce her minutes, because when you need scoring, you need scoring. And she understands that. She has no quarrel on that. Right. She completely on good on that, right? So I just want to clear that up. But I know the rumbling's been going out there, but social media is something else, boy.
Yeah, you did a good job. You did a good job cleaning that up. That's good.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Because I'm obsessed with the WNBA. I don't know why. I need to go to the doctor and check on something. My wife might start thinking something else. I love you too, wifey, but man, I love the WNBA.
Yeah.
You did a favor, Caitlin Clark, man. This is another situation, man, D-Wade, that has been puzzling me, because, man, we saw how Caitlin Clark was the first couple of years. I mean, she couldn't do no wrong.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, people know how to turn their back quick.
Well, I mean, if you look at her stats offensively, she's productive offensively, but they just hadn't quite put it together yet. But I still think they're going to have a good year. So
yeah, I watched this guy on TikTok and I'm stealing his words. These words are not mine. These thoughts are not my own. But this is what I saw a guy on TikTok say, and I wish I had it because I definitely would have gave him kudos to his channel. But he made the most sense. And I love people who are not just trolls on social media, but make the most sense. He said this problem with Caitlin Clark has large in part to do with the Indiana Fever, not Caitlin Clark. And here's why, D-Way.
Thank you.
Aaliyah Boston is the only back-to-the-back player they have. They have some other forwards out there, but these guys are slashers, and what they're trying to do and what they want to do for Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell is have bigs that can stretch, come out. And when you have the bigs come out, they leave lanes for the guards to go in, which we know Caitlin and Kelsey can do with the best of them.
Yeah.
But Aaliyah Boston being hurt, they have no big that can come out because can't none of them shoot like Aaliyah can. So this is the same team they had last year. So going into the draft, I'm confused. As much as I love Raven Johnson from That Girl You, Medina Agat was still available.
Okay.
A girl who's 6'6", can be in the post and that can shoot. Why didn't you get her? As though you need another guard with Chelsea Mitchell and Caitlin Clark.
Man, that is so good. That is so good.
And then you go into the second round and you pick a 6'4" shooter, Justine Passat from Vanderbilt. All she can do is shoot, but she's not a post present at all. Like completely, like she do not even go to the post. She is like 6 foot, like her title is guard. Her title is not even center.
Is she like Joel? She like Joel Embiid? She plays on the perimeter.
I mean, she's like Kevin Durant, but she ain't got skills. Like her title says guard. When you look at her title, you see Justine Passat, you see guard, you expect to scroll to the left and see 6'1", 6'2". No, you see 6'4". And so, watch her play at Vanderbilt. She's not even a dribbler. She's not even a playmaker. She's a sit there on the wing, pass it to me, shoot.
Yeah,
like that's the problem.
It's heartbreaking for me because I'm a big Indiana Fever fan. I love Aaliyah Boston. I love Kelsey Mitchell. I love Lexi Hall. I love Sophia Cunningham. I love Caitlin Clark. I like every player on that team. But EC, they don't have any beef. Okay, you remember that old commercial? Where's the beef?
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
They don't have any beef.
Nope.
They don't have any size. They don't have any inside presence. Lovely of Boston, you're not big enough for them to make a big serious playoff run, okay?
Yeah.
So that's my concern about the Fever.
Yeah, Lewis will leave the comment. He said Andrew Reese in 3 games so far averaged 31 minutes per game, 10.6 points per game, 12.67 rebounds per game, 2.3 assists per game, 1 steal per game, 1.67 blocks per game, 5.33 turnovers per game, 31% field goal, averaging 67 points free throw. What else you want her to do? That's the stats. Like she's averaging a double-double. She's stealing the ball. She's blocking shots. And then we're not even talking about like what we don't see. Because when you watch just stats, it's not telling the intangibles. Like when you see her setting the good screens, when you see her flipping the ball and passing the ball, that don't like the hockey assist. You know what I'm saying? She's swinging to like making the great reads. You know what I'm saying? Getting off of her, getting no tip balls, getting no 50-50 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the rebounds. We don't talk about the other offensive rebound we got. Like in the last game they played against Aces, her getting a rebound over 2 people, going baseline, take a up fake like she's going to score it, got the fin in the air, and then baseline pass Joker all the way to Hina Papa in the corner for 3. We talk about in the first half where she got the ball at the top of the wing, stepped up like she's going to take a mid-range, where she's good at. 2 defenders drew, and she threw the ball to the paint. Like, we can sit back and say it, right? But the players on the floor know to respect her. When she did the up fake and stepped in lane, she drew 2 defenders, which left the paint open. She threw the ball in. Those type of decisions that she makes, right? And because of position, there's going to be turnovers. We got to understand, because she ain't leading the league in turnovers. We got to understand that. Like, other great players that think they need turnovers, right? But at the end of the day, like this is Draymond Green. Call it what it is. And right now, she has a better career average than Draymond Green. She's only been playing 3 years. So if we're going to, and the reason why I say Draymond Green, and y'all know I'm not necessarily a fan, but I can respect his Hall of Fame status. You know what I'm saying? What he's been able to do. Like what he does for the Golden State Warriors, we don't see that on the stat card. We just don't.
Yeah.
And what Angel Reese does, what she did for the Chicago Sky and what she's doing for the Dream don't show up on the stat card. We just got to watch the game. We can talk about all day, but if you're only watching highlights and points and pulling up stats, the real deal is in watching the game. All right, moving along to last but not least, man. But last talk for the Indiana Fever. Listen, Stephanie White, you're going to have to fix it. I mean, you're going to have to fix your squad. I mean, call me, Stephanie. Get me on speed dial. I can definitely help you on that. I mean, this is atrocious. This is bad. You gotta have to fix the squad because it's on you. Y'all created this narrative. Now, moving on, last on the list is the Dallas Wings, man. I mean, my God. Paige Beckers. How good is she, D-Way?
So let's talk about that for a minute. If you remember, Simba told us before Paige got drafted, that she was going to be a superstar, that she had no holes in her game, that everything about her game said superstar MVP. And Simba, dude, give somebody his props. He was spot on. Okay. Paige will be in the conversation. She'll be in the top three. She'll be in the top three for the conversation for MVP this year. Okay. I mean, she is so much better than what I thought she was going to be good. I didn't think she was going to be great. So she's going to be one of the greats this year, and along that same line, EC, and I know you're passionate about the Wings team. Dallas Wings did all the right things in the offseason from a management and from a player personnel and trade standpoint. They brought in some women that needed to fill some holes. Me personally, I'm the first one. I'll say it on national television. I was mad that the Wings didn't take Lauren Betts. Okay.
Yeah.
I was mad. But as you and J-Dub told me, that's not the position they needed to fill.
Yeah.
So we're seeing the fruits of their labor from the offseason, and I'm excited, very excited.
I mean, Paige is a bucket. I mean, I could spend the next hour,
yes,
for the next 3 days talking about how smart the Dallas Wings front office has been over this offseason.
Yes.
I could spend another 10 days in a row talking about the coaching of Jose Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
This has been – no one expected this, what Jose Fernandez has been able to do with the Dallas Wings, man. And I mean, he came out there. He took butt to you know what, put a fire up on his team. The media tried to make it something that it wasn't. The players say, no, we needed that. We needed that call out. We need to get called selfish. It's like we don't see it. You got Paige Beckers. You got Arika Gumbawale on the squad. You got Azzy Fudd, who's the number one overall draft pick. How do you not call this team? You got Elena Smith, who was the co-MVP, defensive player of the year, along with Asia Wilson. Like, how do you not be selfish? How do you not be thinking about your stats? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get their own, and he had to call him out for that. You know what I'm saying? And did he call him out? Boy, he took Belton, you know what, and they responded. They went right down to that new young team in Washington Mystics and beat them down to submission.
And this is a team that, barring no major injury, going to be able – I'm going to say it. I'm fixing to say it. Are going to be able to compete for a world championship this year.
Yeah.
This is a team that, barring no major injuries, will be able to compete for a world championship in the WNBA this season.
And I'm with you. I got no quarrel with that. I mean, my only biggest problem, and it's a small problem, but it's a problem nonetheless, is who I just talked about, Elena Smith. Sis, we get it. Co-MVP, co-defensive player of the year, but you got to stay out of foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
The best ability is availability. We need you on the floor.
100% facts.
I heard through the people of Minnesota, which my brother currently resides, that they call Elena Smith the enforcer when she played with the Minnesota Lynx. But Jessica Shepard has been cold-blooded. How we was able to get both of them from Minnesota is anybody's business. So that GM deserve a grade D for the way he let them two go in off season.
That's what I'm saying.
But hey, we're glad to have both of them. Jessica Shepard's been playing, and I remember we talked about them early on. I started talking about them getting their sides back together. I mean, they got a query with Curie. I say her name. The talk. They got her off the bench last night, and she actually gave some production, even though there was a blowout game. But getting her in there when all those bigs started getting in foul trouble, she came in for a few minutes, but she did enough to maintain, to maintain what they, and she scored too. And that's a cool thing about it too. You know what I'm saying? I saw she was taking a lot of threes, so that's fine too. So she can stretch. She just need to get more playing time. But man, just getting her to see her, and then getting to see the Asian lady, Yuri, lead Yuri get off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And get some production in. Like, that was impressive. This Wings team is stacked. And we ain't got to the trade deadline. We only in week 3. So I mean, man, there are gonna be some players that want to come to Dallas. I'm telling you right now.
and the WNBA world was shocked, and they were rocked when the Wings opening game of the year upset Indiana in Indiana.
In Indiana.
That wasn't an upset. That just tells you the Wings have a legit contender this year. You better time up tight. You better come in and you get ready to play Dallas, because Dallas is going to bring it. So I can't wait to see them live.
Man, there we go. Let's move on to the last segment of the day, the NBA playoffs, man. Before we even get to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, we got to have another segment of Come to the Front of Class.
Yep.
Ant-Man.
I know.
Ant-Man. I know your shoes look good, Ant-Man. I know you got a lot of child support out there. But Ant-Man, I need you to put all those personal affairs aside and come to the front of the class, Ant-Man. And I need you for now to stand in the corner. I'm not going to even talk to you. I'm going to talk about you. So you come to the front and put your nose in the corner, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't get to talk. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to look at you, Ant-Man. D-Wade, I am a fan of a person creating their own storyline, creating their own narrative. I'm a fan of people moving by the beat of their own drum. But this nonsense, what he pulled in San Antonio, was a complete embarrassment to NBA players and basketball players all over the world.
Yeah.
How do you concede defeat? I don't care what the score is. You don't concede defeat in the middle of a game. 8 minutes left. I don't care if you got blown out by 60. Like Udonis Haslam said, I'm going to sit over there and I'm going to soak for 8 minutes. Then I'll come back and say, good game. I am not going to come over there. I don't know what he was thinking. It's his story to tell. He said the store's going to win the chip this year. I don't know. We got, but D, what are your thoughts about what Anthony Edwards did?
I wish J-Dub was on right now, because he's a big fan of the Ant-Man, and I would love to hear his comments. You know what? When a player does something like that, they're making it about them, and not about everybody else. Okay, I mean that was, and I'm not hating on Anthony Edwards, but that was totally out of line. Totally out of line. That's why you got your big nose in the corner right now with your back and your boot tie, because we ain't gonna look at your face. We don't want to see you smile. We want to see that little smirk on your face. So
D-Wade,
that is.
I got to ask you a question. You got children.
Yeah.
If you go back in the days when children were young, sometimes children just go off and do things on their own. And there is a run you down, snatch you, and say, "Come this way."
Yeah.
Where was the coach? Where was the players? Get your tail back over. They let him do it.
It's funny because J-Dub and I had this conversation this weekend when I was up in Great Falls,
you got to trade him. You have to.
It's the wide smile on his face that put me off. Z-Man, we can't see a smile because he's standing in the corner right now.
He's in the corner right now. It's facts.
J-Dub and I were talking about the coach of the coaching of their lack of the Minnesota Timberwolves this weekend. Yeah. I had the opportunity, my wife and I had the opportunity to go to Great Falls, Montana, and spend the whole weekend with J-Dub and his family. It's awesome. Yeah. but he and I were like, who is coaching this Minnesota team right now?
Yeah.
Who is in control? Who's in charge? And apparently after what we saw the Ant-Man do, nobody's in charge. Okay.
You can't call out Ant-Man because the whole team let him do it. The coaches let him do it. So it's everybody's fault.
Yep.
You know how it is so funny how if a player falls of the opponent team and another player of the opposite team try to reach down and hand them up, the team like moves the guy like, get away from my guy.
Yeah.
It's our like, get away. We don't like, except for the WNBA, they help each other up. But the NBA is like, don't touch my guy. Where was that same energy when y'all let Ant-Man run it? If different if that was in the middle of the court, center court. He went to the bench, bro.
You know what? If it had been like a minute or so left in the game, he went over and did that. Then he went to the locker room.
Absolutely, Robert.
That's good. That's so good, Bob. That's funny. If it had been minutes left in the game, whatever, he would have done that and then went straight to the locker room. Maybe.
Yeah.
But with that 7 or 8 minutes left, come on, bro. Come on, man. Yeah.
All right, then. So game one of Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs was last night. Double overtime, and Victor Wembanyama showed out 41 points, 24 rebounds. The kid is insane. I mean, Spurs were leading for most of the night. Then OKC kind of fought their way back and sending them to overtime. But man, at the end of the day, the San Antonio Spurs prevailed in that win, and Wembanyama had the game of his career. That is crazy to where now people have a lot to say about Wembanyama and his status going forward as being the face of the NBA. D-Way, what you got?
No question about it. There's no debate. There's no discussion. The sole face of the NBA is Victor Wembanyama. Okay, period. In conversation. Number two, Jeff and I had that conversation this weekend, okay? Victor does something that no other player in the league can do. He causes problems. He causes matchup issues. He puts so much pressure on the other team. Nobody has an answer offensively. Nobody has an answer defensively for Vic, okay? He is the problem. He is the reason why the Spurs will win the world championship this year.
Ooh.
I said it.
And I ain't mad at you. Z-Man said Ant-Man and KD have something in common. Great players, but zero leadership. Absolutely like that. And Ant-Man, we was rooting for you, bro. We've been rooting for you, but, man, you let us down. So with that being said, I'm assuming that, I mean, because Jonathan G talked about the Spurs, he said his first is some what to go for. Hey, I like it. The young person put up those numbers. I like it.
Jonathan.
And so Jonathan G got the Spurs winning it all. You got the Spurs winning it all. And so obviously people are thinking the Spurs are going to get past OKC. It's still a tall task. Going over to the Eastern Conference, my God, Cleveland have gone enough. They've gone far enough. They squeaked their way all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they met their match. They have no answer for New York. New York has been blowing everybody out.
I was going to say. Now, I was going to say, the East is New York's to win. The East is New York's, okay? And look at big old daddy, Franco. Love that Vic has the old school attitude. I don't want to be friends. Yeah, I want to kick your
Facts.
No, 100%.
I love that profile pic, bro.
You know what? We can be friends after. Yeah. We can be friends after the game, okay? But right now, we're enemies. There's you. I'm putting my foot on your neck. So Victor is a special cat. He's a special breed, man. He's something the NBA has never seen before.
Yeah.
Okay. He's 7'4", 7'5", and plays the game like a point guard. Okay. And so what do you do with that? But hey, the Knicks are having a hell of a year. I'm a monster Jaylen Brunson fan. And I hope that he can get them to the playoffs. And I would love to see the Spurs and the Knicks line up and get after each other. I think it'd be fun.
He's a taller Will.
He's taller than Will. Yes, he is.
I'm a definitely fan of what
than anybody. He's taller than everybody.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of what like I say, Jaylen Brown has been able to do for the Knicks, and just the whole team chemistry, man. I mean, how they just win by committee, and they know what they need to get to. My biggest concern about Cleveland is James Harden. You know, we watched Spider has had to take over in that the round that just came out against Detroit. He had to take over a couple of games because James Harden was a no-show. James did finally get his mojo back and stepped up in a few games, but this is going to be a tall task for James Harden because we know he's typically not a no. He's typically not he's a no-show when it comes down to playoff basketball, particularly conference finals. And so I expect it's going to be more of the same. Spider's going to do what Spider do, try to put the team on his back. But once again, that high power, that high scoring New York team, I don't know if Cleveland have enough scoring in them system. Because defensively, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare defensively. So I got the Knicks coming out. I'm still rocking with OKC. I got the Knicks winning it all. So
that's fun because I got the Spurs winning it all. And Knicks versus Spurs, it sure would be. It'd be awesome. And I think we'll see. And what's man?
Right.
Yeah, had to think twice before pulling for a mid-range win because of he's a matchup nightmare, offensively and defensively. But I was going to say, not only is Victor tall. Body. So,
what'd you say, D-Way? You kind of went out for a second there.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Yeah, that's some nonsense. What was the last part you said?
I said that not only is Victor tall, not only is Victor taller than everybody else, he can play all five positions and defensively, and that's why it's why he's a matchup nightmare. Okay.
Yeah. Defense, offense, man. The dude, he's on all cylinders, man. So with that being said, like obviously all of us agree there's going to be New York and well, some agree it's New York Spurs. I think OKC and New York, but hey, we can agree to disagree. However, because we are the FairWeather Fan channel, we have and we do reserve the right to change our mind. So if I'm wrong, then I will not tell you I'm wrong. I will just tell you that that's what my pick was all the time. He shoots past. He's a smart athlete. With that being said, D-Way, as we come to the close of the show, man, thank you all guys for watching, man. For Jonathan G, to Robert, Bob Nowitzki, to Coach Mortez Turner, thank you for gracing with your presence. Lewis Manfred, we appreciate you. Z-Man, always good to have you. Franco, Sean, it's always great to have you, man. Gerald Coates, man, my brother from another mother, man. We appreciate you being on the show. And all of you over in Facebook and YouTube land, man, we really, really appreciate you. We have some new guests to the show. Russell.4488, man. There, JP, thank you for showing up, man, and jumping on the show, man. We're welcome to having back Jerron Clayton. We thank you for showing up on the show, as well as a couple other people that came and showed out. Boot RVVR, thank you for showing up on the show. But it's your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Here we are. We thank you for guys for just really, really hanging in there, kicking it with us, man. But for now, myself, D-Way having technical difficulty, but we're going to sign off right now. I'm your boy EC22. Like, subscribe, share, but leave comments because I want you to join this conversation. And from now until next week, 6 p.m., YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, your boy EC22, your boy D-Way, Coach David Wayne, J-Dub up in Great Falls, Canada. We are